Hi guys, so today I'm going to show you how to use this tool called the Feedelister to delete products and to increase your sell-through rate and or your listing per listing earning rates. Okay, so basically after you log into your Feedelister, on top of this you can see inside your dashboard, you can see the number of listing over here and also the number of sold listing plus the unsold listing and your sales for the month, and of course there is this sell-through rate. And the last one is your listing earning. This refers to the earnings per listing. So to get this number, basically you take your monthly sales, which is this number, divided by the number of listing that you have. Okay, this will give you the average listing price, the average listing, how much it actually is making you based on the total that you have. Okay, so the next thing that you have, you can always display all your products. So if you want to display your product, let's say those that is unsold for 59 days, you can select unsold for 59 days and click on the go button. And you will see a list of products that are showing that are unsold. So the column that you need to watch out is the one that tell you quantity sold. Okay, these columns. So you can sort this column. You also can see when this listing was first listed and when it was last sold. Okay, so the criteria we set again is 59 days, which is around 2 months. And if you don't want to delete all the listing, what you can do is just click this column based on the sold. And you sort them by those that are not sold, those that have totally zero sales and never sold before. So you can delete all this first. It's either you select all or you select one by one that you want to delete. So for the purpose of this demo, I will just delete 3 items over here. And if you want to delete products, you can always go to this drop down box again and then select. So once you selected the listing you want to delete, you can always go to the button that say delete. Okay, delete the selected listing over here. So always be careful on the delete function. If you accidentally delete some of the products, you will need to release them manually. Okay, so what I do now is I select the selected listing to be deleted, then ask me, are you okay to delete? So I'll just click OK. Scheduled for deletion, so I'll go to the delisted item page over here. Okay, and you can find those items that you want to delete over here. If you can select more, all will be shown over here. So the next step you want to do is to export this out into a CSV file. So let's do the export. It's always important that every time you delete listing, you export out the CSV file, because you want to remove them from your SKU grid. So if you're using SKU grid, what you need to do is download the CSV file. So let me just show it to you what it will looks like. Yep. So basically what you have is the so-called the ASIN of the product if you're using Amazon dropship. And of course you have all the other field. So the most important is you must have the column called the SKU, which is the ASIN. So the status you will see here is delisted already. So what you need to do is you can take this SKU, you can copy, and then let's log into SkillGrid. So inside this account, basically I don't have any of the listing, but what you have is probably you have one full list of listing. So what you need to do is go to this thing called the batch option, and the first thing you want to do is to back up all your listing that is you have listed. So you need to select, you need to come here to select the import/export option, and you need to export everything out into CSV. Yeah, so what you need to do is select everything and then click on CSV selected. Make sure that you selected all the listing and then export it out to save it. Okay, so after you have exported out the CSV, it will look something like this, or the CSV file. And what you need to do is, the next thing you need to do is to paste in the ASIN over here. Remember just now we have this Feedelister file, the CSV. Yeah, this is the SKU, which is the ASIN. You need to paste here. Okay, just paste it here. So make sure that after you paste this here, you save this file as another file name. So this is to act as a so-called, other than the backup, you also need to make sure that you remove the listing from the SkillGrid side. This is the only way to do it fast. Okay. So what you notice that this 3 ASIN will have duplicated listing over here, which is above this. There will be duplication. So if you want to know duplication, I can show it to you. You can actually highlight this, yeah, and then you can actually highlight this 3 listing, and then you just sort it, and you will get to see that listing basically have duplicates. Once you have the duplicates listing, you see inside your Excel, the next step is to come to this website and look at this instruction on how to remove duplicate rows in Excel. So your jobs, if you only deleting like 5 to 10 rows that are duplicated, I think you can manually delete it. But if you have 100 rows, I would suggest that you use this recommended way to do it. The formula to do it. Okay, just follow these rules to do it. It's very simple. You can do it within like 5 minutes if you know the first step. Yeah, just follow this URL in terms of the instruction how to do it. Okay, the link basically I will give it to you over here. This is a shortened URL, and you can come here to directly view this instruction how to do it. And after you are done, let's say you are done with the amendments, you can come back to the skill grid and go to this import and export option. And then what you need to do next is to import in, okay, import in all your listing. Okay, so before you import in, make sure that you clear all this. That means you delete all the listing. Advanced option, there is this called purge all item. Yeah, so by clicking on this one, all the item will be deleted. Yeah, so after you deleted, then you import in this Excel file which you have saved, the file that just now you have already removed the duplicate rows, and then you import in back. So this is the faster way to get all things in order. So let's go back to the dashboard. Okay, so there are many other options that you can do. Like for example, the other one is to look at the sold listing. What is being sold in the past 29 days. Okay, so all the numbers, all the listing that will show you in terms of the watch count, number of items sold, quantity available, all will be here. And one thing you need to take note is your listing earning. Yeah, try to increase your listing earning by deleting those that are unsold. You can start with 59 days, then move down to 29 days and 14 days. So depending on how big your store and depending on what kind of profit margin you're making. So thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next video.